Hey guys, welcome to Rotor Riot. I'm Drib, and that was Minecraft FPV. Minecraft is this game that's open world where you can create your own environment from different blocks, and beyond that, people even modify the game to further expand the capabilities. I have seen that game inspire so many different creative projects. This video came as a surprise to most of us at Rotor Riot. It's something that our editor, Christian, cooked up in his quarantine time, and we all thought it was so cool and really wanted to make sure that you guys got a chance to see it. So I asked Christian if we could re-upload it to the Rotor Riot channel, and if we could also learn a little bit about what it took to make that. And as it turns out, it's pretty crazy. But rather than me trying to explain it, let's meet Christian himself and take a look at what went into making Minecraft FPV.
Hi, I'm Christian, the editor for Rotor Riot. I've been sitting here in quarantine editing FPV videos and playing some Minecraft, and at some point I had an idea. My first thought was, Minecraft can't be that hard to mod, right? I mean, have you seen some of the mods out there? But then my immediate second thought was, I really don't want to learn Java. So the next best thing, figuring out how to extract 3D models from Minecraft into my own game engine, programming my own custom script, and building a fake cube drone to fly in my world. Piece of cake. First things first, I needed 3D models. Thankfully, someone else on the internet already did all the heavy lifting for me and made a program specifically for extracting 3D models from Minecraft. I downloaded that program, got to work, breaking it as fast as I could. Once I figured out how to make it not break, I exported the largest file I could possibly make without my computer catching fire and threw that into my game engine of choice, Unity 3D. Once I figured out how to make it look kind of cool and adjusted the materials about 15 different times until I could get the vines to look just right, I got to work on the physics. The great thing about using a pre-built physics engine like Unity is that I didn't have to worry about gravity or mass or doing any actual math. All I had to do was write about 5 lines of code and I was done, right? Wrong. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Controllers are freaking weird. Every controller assigns its axes to different values, and every computer operating system interprets those values differently. So every single computer and controller pair is going to have wildly different values, and none of them are in any way related to each other, and it's the most confusing thing ever. Thankfully, Unity has an input system that allows you to adjust for all of these different axes exactly the way you want it, but there's still a problem. We're not dealing with traditional game controllers. We fly drones with radios. This old thing was the only radio I had within 5 feet of me when I came up with this idea. It's an old simulator controller that's USB only from like a decade ago. Its axes are not in any way intuitive. This is the first one. This is the second one. This is the third. Hold on, wait for it. This is the fourth. And this is the fifth. Once I had that figured out and set up, I could actually fly, sort of, a little bit. It was moving at about 2 miles an hour, so I needed to increase the rates by some ridiculous amount. I threw in a bunch of numbers until it worked, and then I just flew around for a bit. You might now notice, though, that there are no collisions. You can just hit a wall and fly right through it. Now, I could not be lazy and actually add colliders to the blocks that you should collide with, but that's boring. It's more fun to not crash anyway. I actually did end up adding a few colliders to some of the blocks. I just found that I flew better when I had the threat of hitting something, but ultimately the goal wasn't for it to feel in any way accurate or precise. It was just to make a cool looking video and fly locations that I literally couldn't fly any other way. So I was flying around a bit. I realized it was only in 3D mode by default. I actually had to put extra effort into making this quad not 3D. And the reason why is actually because of how computers interpret control. On an axis like this, you have 0 in the center stick, +1 in one direction, and -1 in the other direction. So for the throttle, which usually has 0 at the bottom, the computer has no way of knowing that 0 is supposed to be down here. And the other thing about this weirdly specific controller is that for whatever reason, it doesn't actually go all the way to 1 and -1 like controllers are supposed to. It only goes to -0.657 something. So I actually had to modify the code so that it would specifically add the exact amount I wanted to get it back to 0 before I added any rate or expo to that value. Now, some of you may be wondering, wait a second, if all you're doing is importing 3D models into a game engine, it doesn't even have to be Minecraft levels, right? Ding, 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 ding. You can actually fly anything using this method. You want to fly that donut you made in high school when you decided you wanted to learn 3D modeling for 2 weeks? Yeah, go ahead and fly that. The sky is the limit. Literally though, the sky is the limit. You can't reach the skybox, it's too far away. I got a little creative with the maps I was able to make because I wanted to try to just create weird landscapes that you wouldn't be able to find in real life. Something so satisfying about zooming around literal floating islands in the sky. But now that I've built out this simple scene, I think I'm gonna try some other landscapes that I can find. If you guys wanna try this, I added my Unity project in the description for you to open up and play with. Your controller may vary, but once you get past that, it should be mostly smooth sailing. Again, I know almost nothing about real physics, so I'm sure it doesn't feel right. It's nowhere near the level of something like, say, Liftoff. Liftoff has incredible physics. They actually just updated their physics to a new 4.0 version that feels better than ever. Check them out on Steam. If any of you guys do decide to download this and check it out, let me know in the comments. I'd love to see what you make with this. Again, literally, the sky is the limit. See you guys next time.
Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this video. I thought it was really cool learning a bit about what it takes to make a sim. It is definitely not an easy process. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe for more FPV action. We'll see you next time on Rotor Riot.
I'm a hacker, guys. Okay, that's funny. That's real funny, dude. You're hilarious.